Today we're bringing you the key highlights from the past few weeks' maize market updates covering Zambia, Zimbabwe and Tanzania. A lot has been happening over the past month, from bumper harvest to government policy shifts, and we look at the impact on price movements. This video is proudly made possible by Collateral Management International and Zimmatic Irrigation Systems. Collateral Management International, or CMI, works across the continent, helping banks and other financiers keep their commodities secure and well managed. With over a decade of experience, they're known for their reliable storage solutions, trusted staff, and professional stock monitoring and inspection services. CMI helps make sure everything runs smoothly and securely. CMI, your trusted collateral manager in Africa. If you'd like more detail or become a sponsor on this video, be sure to get in touch with us now. Please do us a small favor as well and hit the subscribe button. It will help us a lot to make sure this info remains free. We start this episode in Zambia, where a bumper maize crop is expected, around 3.7 to possibly 4 million tons. But despite this abundance, don't expect large maize exports. Why? With elections next August, the government's playbook is clear. On the one hand, support farmers with high buying prices for the strategic reserve, with prices about 25% above the Lusaka market price this month. On the other hand, keep consumers happy by limiting exports and subsidizing maize meal prices. The Food Reserve Agency has a budget to buy about 540,000 tons, but the president has hinted to up to 1 million tons. Storage pace and timing makes this uncertain, however. Current Lusaka prices sit at around $235 per metric ton, but the FRA buying is already pushing them higher, so expect volatility when the FRA starts offloading stocks, which can be around early next year. Next, we move to Zimbabwe, where the maize balance sheet shows a growing deficit at the moment. This year's crop estimate is about 900,000 tons, down from earlier forecasts and far below the 2.3 million tons which is claimed by government. With consumption at around 2 to 2.2 million tons, the import need could be around 1.1 million tons. The government closed borders, however, for maize imports on June 1st, with no timeline for when this will reopen. The market hopes they'll reopen sooner than September, as local supply is disappointing at the moment. If imports resume, South African yellow maize could land in Harare at about $335 per metric ton, undercutting local prices. Zambia is another possible source, but election year restrictions make big volumes unlikely from there. South Africa is still expected to be the main supplier once borders reopen. Finally, we move to Tanzania, where maize prices remain relatively high despite healthy carry-in stocks and above normal crop forecasts. Production is estimated at 7.5 million tons, consumption at around 6.5 million, and exports expected to be down by 800,000 tons to just 1 million tons. This is largely because Zambia has moved from being a net importer to a competitor in the market like the DRC and Malawi. With elections on October 28th, they're expected to support farmers, possibly by raising the buying price to around $325 per metric ton. They've announced plans to buy 800,000 tons, but with large existing reserves, storage could be a challenge. Current prices in Dar es Salaam are around $270 per metric ton. Whether they fall or stay supported will depend heavily on the size and price of the NFRA's buying campaign in the coming weeks. So across the region, we're seeing politics and policy driving market direction as much as production numbers. Zambia has a crop but may hold back exports. Zimbabwe needs imports but has closed its borders. Tanzania's prices hinge on government buying ahead of their elections. We'll keep track of these developments closely in the coming months, so remember to tune in. Remember, quality information improves decision making. Farm smarter with the pivot that's built to last. Zimmatic by Lindsay. 20 years of worry-free irrigation. Only the one true center pivot delivers this kind of quality. Talk to your Lindsay dealer today. Offer ends September. A big thank you again to our sponsors Collateral Management International and Zimmatic Irrigation Systems for making this content possible. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe and thank you for watching.